Hello Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for the week going from the 16th to the 22nd. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and also doing a tarot reading at the end, which we will be making clarification on as well. So thank you very much for being here. I really do hope you have a lovely reading. So, without further ado, let's just get into your aura, your chakras, sorry. Happy birthday, by the way, for those of you who are just finishing off your birthday season. This is the start of the new cycle. And the root chakra is really large. We saw this in the mid-April reading as well. And it's a case of, yes, getting your foundation here, being really grounded, being very practical about things, getting things really done. And when you're practical about things, you can get your heart's desires. And it seems to be pretty clear with you what you want out of life, basically. And it seems to it's similar to a lot of people. Not every single sign, but a lot of signs. And it is rather large. It's the largest that I've seen the root chakra in comparison to the rest of the chakras. It's all about that this week. It's all about getting that root in your life, getting that foundation really solid within your life. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. So this is nicely developed. It's got a beautiful sort of sense and vision and direction and a point to your fundamental desires. And you know what, it's reiterating the idea that you know what you want and therefore you've got to go and get it, basically. Let's just see. Funnily enough, there seems to be a lot more. There's more on your financial sort of side, things maybe to sort out in the way of projects, jobs, career path, that sort of thing. Businesses and that sort of thing. That's the side that's sort of playing a lot more on your sort of fundamental desires. It could tie into being secure, feeling secure within your material world, basically. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. This is the nicest solar plexus I've seen. It's cooking. It's really rocking, and it's rocking in different sort of areas, but not too many different areas. It's keeping that concentration going on your fundamental desires, having in the direction that you so desire, having the outcomes that you so desire, and putting that passion, that sort of courage, that determination into achieving what you so desire. It's looking really nice, actually. The cleanest of chakras at the moment I can see for you, Aries. Yeah, it's a good halfway house in the heart chakra as well. It's not spread out all over the place, which I've seen with quite a few signs, and it's not too concentrated on one thing, which I've seen with most signs as well. Here is a case of it's got good balance. It seems to be in harmony with the solar plexus as well. Very steady, progressive sort of thing. Going after your heart's desires in a way that provides for you a sort of it provides for you a very social aspect to life, but also at the same time being very serious about the things, the fundamental things that you know you need to have in place in order for you to live those dreams and aspirations in this coming year as you've gone through your birthday season and into your coming year. It's really nice, really beautiful, actually, really quite beautiful. Let's just see what's going on your third eye and your throat chakra. There is a little bit of thinking still going on here. There was a little bit of excessive mental activity. It's not too much. It's very minor, but there is in excess to a certain degree. Yeah, it could well be sometimes overthinking things. I think this is more plays into the Aries things of being very cautious about things. Aries they have that capacity. They're a really good sign of sort of seeing every angle and to sort of say, better be wary of that and that. So, and that sort of comes out within your third eye and your throat chakra. It's that mental sort of logic sort of thing. Let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. This is overflowing at the moment. This is why your chakras are very clean at the moment, because your crown chakra is overflowing its consciousness into the rest of your chakra system. So it's getting the rest of your sentiments, your feelings, your emotions, your desires, all getting under one conscious direction, basically. This looks really nice. A really tight ship you've got running here, Aries. Let's just see what's going on in your aura. So this is the thing that comes in the middle of the week. You're dealing with this like no other. I think this because of the precision or the clarity you have within your energy at the moment. It allows you to sort of deal with the outside world and this illogical outside world, which seems to be happening this coming week, where people are going to, I think the majority of people are just going to turn around and sort of saying, this is no longer logical. This is not common sense. This is not normal. You have this stance which sort of like cuts like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter. It's very, very clear for you. And I think this logical revolution that I've been talking about in the monthly readings and also in the equinox readings as well. Let's just see what's going on here. There is something that comes out at the end of the week, and I think this is opposite to most people, in fact, to every single sign. I think you're pretty unique in this. There seems to be something that's coming out at the end of the week that's going to be affecting you from the outside world. It could well be the eclipse that is coming out at the end of the week. That could be affecting you. I will be doing a reading on the eclipse reading, which will be the collective that will be coming out on Sunday. And then you will have your eclipse, solar eclipse readings coming out in the beginning of the week. But there seems to be something that's sort of coming through at the end of the week. I think it's almost like the rest of the world is looking at you, and I'm not sure you're the most comfortable under the spotlight sometimes. And this seems like it might be a bit of an uncomfortable situation. I think what you're doing is good, and this is what's bringing you the attention. And it's just basically, I'm not sure that you, Aries, are really sort of you're not an attention-seeking sign. Let's put it that way, generally. And the attention that the world is giving you from the outside world is just kind of like, whoa, this is all a bit strange. It doesn't feel that bad. It feels really nice, but it's something that you've got to deal with, maybe that you're not so used to. Let's get on with your reading here. So we've got the overall energies here, the karmic message for your relationship side, the karmic message for your material side, how the universe influences your karmic message, how the guides influences your karmic message, how the guides influencing the conversation that is within you, and the overall outcome. These guys here is also at the moment really in a position to sort of tell you what not to go back to, keep you moving on. And these guys here are that sort of carrot that's enticing you forward. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the overall energies for you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think I'd go along with that. Pretty sociable. Also on a mission. And that mission is all to do with your passion, and it's where that solar plexus comes into play. And it's the driving force behind your heart's desires, and that logical sort of sense to get that foundation in place in order for you to explore your heart's desires with ease and security. And this overall energy here is you have this precision, which is like it's like fire in a way that sort of like it just burns its way through things. And you've got this capacity within you. And it seems like a very fast week, a lot going on for you this week. In your relationship side, this is your karmic message, is not to feel stuck. Don't So as I looked at your heart chakra, it wasn't too open, it wasn't too closed off. It's in between the two. Maybe it's a tipping point here. Don't don't paint yourself into a corner. Really, that's what I'm sort of thinking here. It's also because the Knight of Wands is asking for movement, so these two are really contradicting each other. And this could be your curious side here. Your sort of what did I say earlier on? Your your side that is a bit sort of reticent about the world. I can't think of the word that I said earlier on, but it's got that sort of sensation about it, and maybe it's a warning card not to be that way. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles. You've got two Knights. This is the starting of the cycle. This is this whole birthday season going into a whole new year. The universe here is talking about long-term plans with relationships that are around you. So I would concentrate on the relationships that are solid, that are also giving back like you are giving. So there's a fair exchange going on between you and other people. Don't get caught up in situations which is going to tie you into something that you won't. I don't think you're going to enjoy it, being tied into it. Okay, just be wary of your prudent side as well. I would open up and allow yourself to progress forward, but without being, with your eyes fully open, basically. Page of Cups. This is all about new cycles, really. Page of Cups is believing in the miracles. If you're looking for love, you've got to believe in it in order to find it. And the whole idea is that with the Page of Cups, that things are in, this fish that's living in that cup. We know as well as everybody that the fish that size cannot live in that cup, and it almost defies belief. And this is where the universe, or the guides here, are trying to sort of stop you from being stuck within your ways and let go of that sort of fear about the future, not being so prudent about life. Allowing yourself to let go, knowing your security. This is it. Knowing your healthy boundaries, knowing your limits as well, what you will put up with. The moment you have that, all of a sudden progressing is going to be very, very straightforward for you. And within love here, I think this is looking for a longer term sort of relationship. And this could be sort of family, friends, community, as much as your sort of partner. But it's believing in the future. Maybe carrying too much for other people. I didn't see that within your heart chakras. I think this is basically what you've been carrying over the past is now you're letting go of. And your future self is sort of saying to you, if you want to progress, let go of that, let go of that, let go of that. And that sort of seems to be stopping you from being stuck within your relationships, basically. It's time to dream and allow your dreams to come reality, basically, by the looks of things on your relationship side. On your financial side, and this is material side of life, and this could be projects, business, or a job, your karmic message here is now to open up to those plans, basically, that you have got desires on in the material world, within your career path, within your business, within lots of different aspects of you. And it's seizing on those opportunities and recognizing that there is a lot of opportunities that you have created, Aries. And the King of Cups, having complete and utter sort of control, or control over your emotions within your environment that is around you, within the universe that you live in. As I said earlier on, I think this side here is going to be a little bit more important than this side here for this week at least. And just be careful not to take on too much on that side. And this side here, if you really keep your eye on the goal, you're not going to allow your emotions to distract you, basically. You've got a rite of passage with the Six of Swords, going to new pastures. This is this coming out of the Aries season, going into the new year for you. And this is also maybe to do with that solar eclipse as well, where you've got that rite of passage where the universe or your guides are taking you from one side to the other, and you are carrying with you goods or a child or the potential of the future. And I would be enthusiastic about your future if I was you, and really start walking to it. Stop being reticent about it and prudent and about your future. Yeah, this new cycle is here, and it's let go of the old, and in with the new, basically. This is what the your guides are encouraging within you. This is a new start. This could be within your existing job as well, as much as it could be within a career move or a job promotion or that sort of thing that's coming in your sort of way. And it's something that you've actually been cultivating in your material life that I've seen over some time, and now it's coming to fruition. You've got to take it. And it's the Hermit. It's prudently going after your heart's desires without shouting it out, really, without having to sort of like shout it from the rooftops. Just going ahead and doing it is really important for you. The Hermit has captured the star energy, its dreams and aspirations, and as it's captured that energy, it's using his dreams and aspirations to guide his path as he goes forward. Okay, and you should get a little bit sort of and we saw this within the third eye and the throat chakra, getting a little bit more obsessive about your financial and material world, making sure that that there's lots of things that are that plans that are really putting into action, basically. Let's just see what coming up from the Knight of Wands. Walking away from the old cycle, walking away from the old year, walking towards the sun, the happiness of the new year, putting in place your acting upon your plans and your projects. Two of Pentacles on the Eight of Swords, concentrating on some things and not everything. And I think that's what you've got to be wary about. If you try and concentrate on too much and diverse your sort of emotions or your relationship side, that's when you're going to feel a little bit stuck and just carrying a little bit too much. So here it's sort of saying, in order to keep things flowing on nicely, concentrate on the relationships that provide a beautiful exchange that you can have with other people that are around you. We got the Ten of Wands at the beginning, so these two are really in cahoots here. This is talking about the longer term plan as well, planting seeds as you go. You might have this Ten of Wands, so each wand you can plant as you go, and it's going to produce passion for you in the sense of retrospective, looking back and seeing how you are progressing within your relationships. And it could be very encouraging for you. But it's a case here as well. The Knight of Pentacles has a lot of seeds with them. This could be what they're carrying. They're carrying a lot of potential, and it's now time to release that potential and allow that to come out. With the Page of Cups, you get the Page of Wands. No, I thought we had it somewhere else, but we haven't. With the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. So this believing in miracles is putting your passion into it as well. That solar plexus energy, keeping it focused, exploring with your passions, pushing your passions out and seeing what it triggers, how it sort of, what buttons it pushes, what sort of relationships does it produce. Very good card. And if you release this energy, all of a sudden you will become that emperor. This is where things will start shining upon you. And I think this is in the latter stages of the week, and owning the situation in regards to your relationships by not being caught in the old you. You've got to move on now. Move on to that new paradigm. Move into that reality of the logical revolution. With the Nine of Cups, you've got the Seven of Cups. Procrastination, with all these possibilities around you, I wouldn't take too much time about making your choice. I would sit down and just look at those possibilities and say, look at them clearly. And once you look at them clearly, it's going to be very obvious which possibility you should follow. And that becomes evident. And that becomes your evident path, basically. And once you know your evident path, there's no choices left to make in your life. You can just concentrate on doing that evident path. Yeah, having a calm, the King of Cups with the Four of Swords, having control over your emotions. This is also the same situation here. The Four of Cups here, you have, they're in their nest with that heart as well. And it's that heart that has been destroyed by the Three of Swords, as you might well see there. The Three of Swords. And the fourth sword is putting it all back together around the heart. So it's realizing how you might have put your emotions into things in the past within businesses, and it just hasn't worked out for you. And this time round is putting less emotions, more logic into the situation. Ten of Swords, that rite of passage is walking away, taking you away from something that is difficult. This is the past sort of scenario that I've been talking about as well. It might have been difficult working with certain people in the past. It might have been very painful as well. But this is, your guides are taking you away from this. So I wouldn't look back. I would look forward if I was you. Realize your evident path. And once you do, all of a sudden, you're going to get this death card, this death and rebirth. The Three of Swords. This is on the financial side. So luckily it's not on this side. So it's more on the financial side. And these are clarifying cards. This new cycle here is leaving, as I said, this Three of Swords behind. This complication that you may have had within your business life, which you emotionally might have invested in a lot of things within your career path and etc. But now is the time to walk forward towards your sunshine, towards your happiness, basically. And you've got the Two of Wands that are coming out at the top. So there is the decisions that need to be made. I think here is where people's going to start recognizing that, Aries has got it moving, got it going on. They're planning their future. They're heading off down their path. The Two of Wands is about sort of things that you've already done and successes that you've had in your life. That's that wand that's standing on its own behind her. But now she's got the wand in her hand, a little bit like the King of Wands, looking to explore this new horizon. And that new horizon is that new year which is coming up for you after your birthday. If it's already been your birthday, you're into that new year, and it's now the time to activate those sort of plans within you. And this may tie all into the point of the solar eclipse, which will be the activating point within you. There you go, Aries. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, we do have the eclipse reading coming out on Sunday, the collective reading, and that's going to be for the next 6 months for the solar eclipse. Much more to do with the material world than the emotional world, to be honest. That's what the lunar eclipse is about. That's what's happening in the following week after that. So I will see you there for that, and your individual reading, which will come out on Wednesday. In the meantime, Aries, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.